What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 68, and we start today's episode off with a big clash back in the Premier League here as we'd welcome Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool to Bramwell Lane for our fourth consecutive game at home in all competitions. Coming on the back of our win on Thursday night here against Guimarães in the Europa League group stage. As we know now, with 2 games to spare in the Europa League, we have already guaranteed a place in the knockout stages with a 100% record thus far. Now taking on last year's league runners-up Liverpool with their fantastic side here at Bramwell Lane, aiming to make it 3 wins in 3 in all competitions and pick up a big scalp here against the Reds. Coming into the game, they've got the best defensive record in the division, and just 30 minutes in they almost made it 1-0. Great save by Henderson there as we were still tied at 0-0, and I was really struggling to break them down in the first half. I just could not break them down. You can see why they got the best defensive record in the division. The best chance we had fell here 36 minutes in. Calvert-Lewin with a lovely first touch, took it around Virgil van Dijk, but Alisson was on hand to bail out the Dutch centre-half and keep it at 0-0. And just a couple minutes later, as Walsh with a nice piece of skill turns Fabinho, whips it into the back stick, and Didi beats his man in the air, but has his header go sailing over the crossbar. And at the break, still tied at 0-0. We played okay in the first half. I didn't get that many clear-cut chances, and in the second half, 4 minutes after the restart, I felt as though if we were going to get one more, we were going to have to take it. And as Ollie Shaw went down left-hand side here on one of his trademark aggressive runs, played a 1-2 with Tony, golden chance here for our number 3, gives it back to Tony, but what a committed block there by Vangioni, gets his way in front of the shot, bails Liverpool out. It's still 0-0, and you could see again why they got the best defensive record in the division. Still goalless in the game, but Henderson was on hand to make sure that we wouldn't lose this game. What a fantastic stop there just past the hour mark as it was still 0-0, and both goalkeepers in this game made some fantastic saves. Both Alisson and Dean were on hand to bail out the back lines whenever they were breached, and in the end I think that was the right result. A goalless draw against the Reds there, 0-0 the final score. Both defences played quite well and both goalkeepers played quite well. It was a game for the defences really, but not the best for highlights, to be honest. It was one of those games where I was going into it feeling like it was going to be another amazing game. Remember last season we had that 3-2 battle against them. It was one of the games of the series last season. We beat them by 3-2, a thrilling 5-goal affair. No goals in the entire game in that one, but I'm certainly not going to turn down a point against Liverpool there. So 0-0 the final score. It was a game that promised so much, delivered so little, but the point is not bad whatsoever. But still following out, we had a bid for Ben Godfrey, which of course we rejected from Hertha Berlin, and also 2 more international qualifiers with England. Of course, we agreed to stay on as England manager in the last episode. We had games against Hungary and Bulgaria. We won them both, and now as you can see, 6 games in, 4 games to go. We sat in second place with 15 points, behind only Portugal, who have a 100% record with 18 points from possible 18, top of the group, and we're also 6 points clear of third place as well. So I believe now that means if we win, is it 1 or perhaps 2 of our remaining 4 games, we'll guarantee a place at Euro 2024 with games to spare. So it's been almost a picture-perfect campaign. We began with a loss against Portugal, but other than that, we've won every single game. I'm pretty confident we'll be making it through to Euro 2024 once the qualifiers are all said and done. But still, following that, on the international break, we came back here fully fresh, fit and raring to go against Fulham on the back of that goalless draw against the Reds there. It has been quite an inconsistent start to the season in the Premier League, no doubt about it. We're still quite a few points off a European place right now to begin the campaign off. We have been dropping quite a few points this season, so taking on Fulham right now in the bottom half of the table, not having a great season thus far, needed to get back to winning ways here. You know, the point against Liverpool is not a bad result in perspective, but really, we need to start winning our games and winning consistently too if we are to finish in a Champions League place. So away in West London for this game, needing the 3 points. Early on we saw Izay go down, but thankfully he was totally fine to run off his injury. And in the 43rd minute, after Tony was sent through one-on-one in quite a tense first half, Ivan would get his goal, get back on the score sheet and make it 1-0. Lovely through ball by Izay, despite carrying the knot, continued to charge forward there, roll it through to Ivan, and last year's top scorer does break the deadlock. However, despite being heavy favourites for the game, I must be honest here, we weren't playing especially well in the first half. Golden chance for Della Torre there to make it 1-1 heading into the break after a terrible pass out from the back by me, but Dean bailed me out. So still leading by a goal, not playing especially well though, and I must say I thought we were quite fortunate to be in front heading into the dressing room. So in the second half, really wanted to get get a 2-goal cushion and settle some nerves. I knew Fulham at some point would have a golden chance to get back on level terms. We had a couple of great chances too, 5 and 10 minutes after the restart. First Fabrizio making a great save on Tony, and then Calvert-Lewin striking this shot just wide of the post. We had the chances, we kept on missing them, and if you allow a team to stay down by just a goal and you continue to miss opportunities, you always leave the door open for them to get back on level terms. And that's exactly what they would do 73 minutes in. They weren't playing poorly, they were playing quite well themselves, hadn't had any chances in the second half. Once they got one, unlike us, they took it. Camera received the ball just outside the area, found a little bit of space and smashes it past Dean to make it 1-1. Fulham 1, Sheffield United 1, and I was thinking, oh my god, we can't drop more points here. If we want to finish in the Champions League place, we can't drop more points. So a few minutes later, a golden chance to restore the lead. Tony with a lovely dummy, takes it around his man, shot saved by Fabrizio, but he comes off the bench to rescue us. Alfredo Morelos, what a signing this Colombian has been. Right after Fulham got the goal, turned to Alfredo, who had been warming up on the touchline. I said, get that bib off, son, you're coming on. We need to win this game. We cannot drop points here against Fulham away at Craven Cottage, and Morelos turns in the rebound goal to make it 2-1, restore our lead, and we escape with the 3 points at Craven Cottage. I must be honest though, it was a very, very lucky win this one. We did not play especially well. We missed a whole host of chances, particularly in the second half. Fulham will feel harshly done by. They didn't get the point, but sometimes you need a bit of luck, and that's exactly what we got there. Turning in the rebound goal as Morelos makes it 2-1 and rescues us with just a few minutes on the clock off the bench. So 2 on the final score. We get the 3 points there and return to winning ways, and Lord knows we needed that one. But still, for the next game in today's episode, now taking on Austria Vienna here in the third of 4 games. As we know now in the Europa League group stage, you saw the group table at the end of the last episode after our win against Guimarães. We already have qualified for the knockout stages of the Europa League with 2 games to go, and that's why even though we could finish in second place behind Borussia Mönchengladbach, who have won every game apart from the one against us, where of course we beat the German side, we don't really mind whether it's first place or second place. All we cared about was qualifying to knockout stages. We've done that with 2 games to spare, and that's why we're going to field a totally rotated side in our final 2 games. And 26 minutes in, we would take the lead regardless against the side right now that look as though they are going to claim the wooden spoon in the group, as they're still bottom in 4th place with no points on the board. Brian Fagan makes it 1-0, and I'll tell you what, this Northern Irish central midfielder has come in this season out of the academy, and he's been brilliant. That's his 2nd goal already in professional football, makes it 1-0, and then in stoppage time in the first half, well, he's done it again. Came off the bench against Fulham to grab us the game winner. This game a lot less important, but Alfredo Morelos, what a signing! This Colombian has been £28 million to bring him in. It was a gamble signing him, but I'm so glad we decided to pick him up. He's been superb. Another goal there. He's one of the top scorers in the Europa League this year as he makes it 2-0, and that was how the game would finish. Both goals coming in the first half, 2-0 the final score. We still haven't conceded a single goal in Europe this season. 5 games in, 14 goals, 0 conceded, and after Morelos and Fagan delivered the 3 points for us in that game, that means now the game to spare, as we already knew, we have still qualified for the knockout stages, and that means that 1 point on match day 6 away in Germany against Borussia Mönchengladbach will guarantee a place as group winners as well. So we guarantee qualification. We'd already known that before the game against Austria Vienna, but now we just need 1 point in the game on the final group game, and that will guarantee a place at top of the group. But real quickly as well on the Ravel Morrison, I want to show you this here. He got 2 assists in that game there against Austria Vienna. He's got 4 assists in a goal in 5 European games. I've got to give Morrison some credit, man, because he's been playing all of our Europa League games this year, and he's played brilliantly in every single one of them. He is out of contract at the end of the season. He's 29 years old, and I just don't know what to do with Morrison. Do we give him a new contract? Do we extend his deal by a year? It seems like every season I'm having a dilemma regarding Ravel Morrison. No different this year. What do we do with Morrison, man? January is right around the corner. Do we give him a new contract? There's a chance he could be poached away on a free transfer at the end of the season if we don't, or do we just let him go on a free, or perhaps try and cash in on January? I don't know what to do with Morrison, because to be fair to the guy, he has been playing some good football this year in the Europa League. But still, following a win there, and back-to-back wins in all competitions, now taking on Wolves here at Bramwell Lane, looking to make it 3 wins from 3 in all competitions, and to start the game off, well, what about this? 6 minutes in, we would take the lead. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, one of the top scorers of the Premier League this year, makes it 1-0, points his name on the back of the shirt, but really, he didn't need to touch this ball. Tony's shot ballooned up in the air after the goalkeeper saved it. I'm pretty confident that Calvert-Lewin left it, it would have gone in. He was right on the goal line there as he nodded it into the open net. I felt like he was going to do a Mario Balotelli shoulder goal, if you remember that one, all those years ago against Norwich. He didn't do so, he just headed it in, made it 1-0, but in the 14th minute, we'd make it 2-0, and this time, Ivan Toney would claim it. 2-0 to the Blades, 14 minutes in, but both of these goals here coming from rebounds, and in fact, 4 goals in our last 5 goals scored had been rebound goals. Shaw's shot, well saved by the goalkeeper, deflects straight to Ivan though, and his shot takes a massive deflection and sails over the goalkeeper's head and nestles into the bottom corner. Ivan's going to claim it. It's his 8th for the year. It's 2-0 to the Blades, but yeah, 4 of our last 5 goals had been rebound goals. What's that saying? 3 certainties in life, death, taxes, and Sheffield United conceding rebound goals. Let's change it around now for season 4. Death, taxes, and Sheffield United scoring rebound goals. That should be the saying now, because after the first 2 years when we got no luck whatsoever, we're now cashing in on all that good karma we accrued in the first 2 seasons. Now we're getting the luck with the rebound goals. 2-0 to the Blades. Calvert-Lewin would make it 3 in the first half, heading in that corner as we were dominant in the first half, leading by 3, and that continued in the second half as well. 69 minutes in, lovely ball through by Eze, who is having an amazing season for us to start the campaign off. Came in last January, hit the ground running, and he's been nothing short of excellent to begin the campaign off as well. Nice through ball, there's DCL, smashes it past the goalkeeper with so much shot power, gets his 3rd goal of the game, that's his 2nd hat-trick of the season already, makes it 4-0, and after that injury he suffered against Mönchengladbach, it did take him a few games to get back to his best, but now he definitely is. 4-0 to the Blades, hat-trick for Calvert-Lewin, and in the 83rd minute after Toney went down and was hobbling a little bit, Prupper off the bench sent him through, and Ivan Toney makes it 5. He said, you can take me down if you want, you can leave a little bit on me if you want, but at the end of the day, I'm too strong, baby. Nothing's going to force me off. Sheffield United 5, Wolves 0. Toney bags his brace to go along with DCL's hat-trick, but Calvert-Lewin's the hero. He claims the match ball in a 5-0 victory, and already this season in the Premier League, we've had 2 5-0 wins. One against Huddersfield, now one against Wolves here at Bramall Lane as well. They can have as much possession as they want. I don't really care. The scoreline is all that matters. 5-0 the final score. What a big win, and after a tough start to the season in the Premier League, we are definitely getting back to our best now. 9 wins in 14 games, into 5th place. We're already though 7 points behind Spurs. We're still making the ground up, but much better form from the Blades in the Premier League. Let's keep it going. But that was today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.